go. The first version we did in is just a straight muslin. It's just like literally kind of,
Hard fabric.
fabric, what do they call it, sackcloth. So this, you can see the structure coming a little bit more pinned.
I need some padding here. This
Just
is
to
the down.
lift.
No, this is down. We just made it down. Give me the pads, please. So you want to see the armhole where it rests without the pad. So it's
It
quite
should pull
up
it
there,
up.
and
With
now
the pad, it
this,
should bring it up a
it'll
little.
fill that up.
Right.
Because you have to keep in mind that your shoulder ends here,
Right.
and this is going all the way
Extended.
till there.
Exactly.
So it's almost, I would say, an inch and a quarter more than what your natural shoulder is.
Which is what we want. We want
yeah,
that
yeah.
slightly extended
Correct.
look.
And we are going to pinch this as well.
Do you think so? I don't want it too pinched.
Actually, you're right.
I
If you
don't want
pinch it,
to be- it's just-
it
doesn't look good. It
yeah.
just looks too like a mannequin, like a
I need a
woman.
thicker one than this. On this one.
You understand? You want just sort of a hint,
There's enough shape.
a
yeah.
suggestion of suppression, not too just. This is fine.
Suggestion of suppression.
Yes.
Avi.
A suggestion of suppression, not you don't want to kind of because I already have a massive drop as it is, and
Yeah,
and,
this guy's dropped. I tell you.
and
This
what
guy's
you want
dropped,
to do-
Super drop. I mean,
what you want to
chest,
do is
waist,
to
size, I mean.
conceal that,
Yeah.
right? You want to sort of minimize the
You're right. See, what happens is we have fullness, wide fullness, slight pinch, and then continuous. If you do this, then your
just-
trousers will.
it just doesn't
Totally
look
out
good.
of place.
It doesn't
Yeah,
look
thank you.
good. So
What do you want to need? Okay, so I don't have the thick pads because nobody asks for them anymore. So I'm going to put two of them to sort of simulate a thick pad, and we will need that for you. Otherwise, your shoulders are quite sloped, and we're trying to build this
build it up.
to make it look, like
bit
in
more,
the
give it a bit
40s
more
when you had
structure.
like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
This will not work for us. We needed to stand like this.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
And
doing
you
that,
can see how that lifts the jacket
Yeah.
a little bit.
all of this area, it's
It
affected.
cleans up.
A tip for you guys: if you have a problem here, where the fronts are breaking over here, that means the problem is from here. It's not here. People get it wrong.
Yeah.
This crack is because it's too sloped. The jacket is.
That's assuming the chest is not too tight.
Yeah, correct.
The first culprit is usually sort of a chest that's been caught too tight. But if there's enough room in the chest,
Yeah.
then you just need to lift the shoulder so that
Exactly.
the jacket sits away from your
Exactly.
body.
Right now, this two lifted it up. The chest really stands out nicely now, and these fronts, as
It's
you can
hanging.
see, it's going nicely, shaping away. Now this one is not bloomed properly here because we need to work on it with the fabric on it. This is a trial. We cannot invest that much time. Then the whole thing will have to be wasted afterwards. So from what I'm seeing, I think I see a very good shape. The chest will be rounder like that, not so flat.
Right.
It'll be rounder.
By the time you do the proper
Canvas
handwork in the
bracing.
canvas.
Now this is coming out quite nicely, but I think I need to reduce. No, I think it's pretty good. But I think you need to wear a shirt that's really snug as well, because this shirt is slightly looser on the armhole. So when you wear a jacket,
But you can see how high.
it is quite.
You can see how high the armhole is, which is what you want.
Yeah, it's
That
nice.
way, when you're moving your hands, the jacket is not
It's not going to move anymore.
flailing all over the place.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that I've noticed is, I think we need to. This seems to me
Reduce
a
that a
bit
bit?
too full.
Yeah, it's a bit
exactly.
full.
You've got
Yeah.
too much fullness here.
Yeah.
So this needs to be.
Take it in just a bit,
Just
not
a-
too much.
right.
Because if you do that, look at that. That's a Y shape.
Not here.
No, here. It starts from here, ends somewhere. It cannot just be shape here and nothing there.
Yeah.
So
but this is
I'll
too
pin that
much.
and have a look.
How much we got on the tape? How many minutes?
4 minutes.
Okay. We'll cut it up at 5.
Okay. So
I'll just keep going. Edit it.
I'm not going to take too much off because I think the fabric we are making the garment from is a lot thicker.
It's very good.
This is very fluid. We don't have that sort of fabric lying around spare, so we use what we have. And I think we're getting a very good idea of what needs to be done.
But you see, also you see how the length works with the full cut trouser.
Yeah, I can see it.
You see the difference?
No, no, no. From here, take this to a bit. Here to here. Not on the waist. This will work. This will get this bit as well.
So that the vents can
Yeah.
hang straight down.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Just you need just to be careful about the excess fabric on the back part of the front panel. Yeah,
yeah. No, I'm going to take most from here.
from the back.
Yeah. Yeah. And here I have to be careful. I have to scoop this a little bit so that this sits nicely like that. Keep your hand relaxed. Yeah. This I have to work on. But I'll see it with the sleeve next time. And here it's cracking because there's extra chest piece. Face to me. You see we have a lot of canvas here. It won't be. It'll be cut all the way till here. So you'll be sitting more relaxed. Now, this actually requires that much to stay like that. Okay. If I do that, I need to build this a lot more. Basically. कोई pad नहीं है दूसरा वाला? So I'll be padding it up because there's no way I'm going to get that. और इसमें क्या करेंगे? We need to pad from here to here more.
Yeah,
Not the full pad.
especially on the left side because I have a dropped left shoulder. Remember?
He's
my one-leg business.
That's the only crooked part of okay.
It's not the only group of but we'll leave that conversation.
I'm trying to be nice here.
That's the only crooked part.
Who knows? Maybe your wife's watching.
We'll leave that conversation for another day.
Okay, so that's it. I think good. What I'll do is I'll make the changes from this and put the pads in and then construct the sleeve and put it on and see where we go.
Okay.
Okay, I think
So-
fullness wise we're good. Button position. Okay, here. Let me mark this so you have an idea. You're not able to see the label gauge line as yet, but let me show you where it is. Yeah. Now give me chalk. It'll be better. Guys, can I have a chalk, please? So you see, you get that wide collar, straight, pointing downwards. So nice. Do you think we're a little bit too? You wanted half, right? Not
Yeah, about halfway across the chest.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit more. But
Then half? No, it doesn't matter if it's, let's say, just a hair bit over the halfway line. You know, but it should be approximately half.
So that's where your sleeve is going to be. So if you look at that, that's a lot more than half. I need a measure tape, okay? Measure tape. So if you go by centimeters, this is about 8, just under 19, and you have almost 11 here. So it's actually a centimeter and a half more, but I think it's fine. It looks good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Plus, you'll have more bloom here, you know. So
And this is gonna roll.
yeah,
So when it rolls, it's
Yeah.
not gonna, because right now it's lying flat, so you're basically seeing the whole, you're seeing it in 2D.
Yeah.
Once you sort of roll the lapel, once
It
you
becomes
pad the
slimmer.
lapel, it becomes like a 3D figure. So it just pushes this up slightly,
yeah.
right? You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't
Yeah.
lose much sleep over it.
So
So that's it. Button point will work on this. You know,
No, tell me now.
This
Tell me
is
now.
okay because we're not gonna cut the buttonholes anyway till sort of.
we can go up and down 1/4 inch, not more.
Right, so we're not going to cut. Usually we would wait till the forward fitting, to the last forward fitting.
The thing is, everything changes. So if it goes down, the lapel width changes, the collar, gorge line angle changes, everything changes.
Okay, here's,
So,
I
these are
mean, here's my
factors that-
natural waist,
Yeah.
right? Here's my natural waist. Here's my belly button.
Yeah.
My belly button is right here. And we have the middle button
I would think another half an inch lower,
lower.
would
Yes.
be just ideal because
Yeah.
it's almost halfway point. Just about there. And the next one, I'll space a little bit more. Not so close.
Yeah, but I don't want to miss this. I always.
You
like
want to maintain that.
I want to maintain this. I like that
Hold
visual.
on, let me.
I like that visual.
But if you go, okay. Right now you're almost 11 3/4, and okay. If we keep it at the same level, which is actually here, we're okay. But then the buttons are getting too close.
You know what?
Leave it.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Leave it alone because it's a 3-button. Yeah, just leave it alone. I don't. I mean, it doesn't look. Because it's a long jacket, it doesn't look.
Yeah.
And
it
so
won't sit
because
like that. It'll
see,
sit like
this kind of almost cuts the jacket in half. If you start bringing it too
that.
low,
I think the lower cuts it down.
like right here,
Yeah.
cuts it into 2 equal
I
parts.
think so. No, it is not, but you have to bear in mind this rolls over. Let's have a look. $15 1/4? No. This is actually more equal than the lower one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
So I looked at it visually
Okay.
because
Plus-
just visually, this looks to me like it's just the middle of
Yeah,
the coat,
you're right.
which keeps that
I agree.
balance.
Yeah.
Even
Plus
though
the
it's
sleeve-
not on my belly button.
Plus the sleeves will come in as well.
Right,
Change
right.
the
But I
whole-
think it just sort of dropping it too low
No.
moves the balance.
But I would bring this 1/4 inch lower.
This one,
Yeah.
1/4
It's a
inch
bit
low.
higher than that right now. I find them too close.
You mean this one
That
and this
stays
one?
there, that stays where it is. This comes here.
Yeah, but remember it must align with the
With
pocket.
the new mark, it's almost there, like 1/8 of a difference. I don't think that'll make any difference.
Okay. All right, so that's it, boys. Still quite a bit of work to do here before we get to glory. I think. Are we going straight to the cloth?
No.
Or we still have one
With
more?
you?
No way.
I mean,
So-
I mean,
Yeah, he says I'm a hard taskmaster.
you can expect Donald Trump for 5th term.
Yes, yeah. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna work this up again and go for a third fitting
Yeah.
on the basic framework
Yeah.
before we move to the cloth. So
Yeah.
this is still
So-
we're not even at the base set stage yet because we're still creating the pattern really. You know, we're still creating the pattern, establishing the balance. Because these things are like literally micro inches and micro millimeters, but they count. So what we're doing, there's a lot of work going into the product development, which is developing the pattern, establishing the proportions, the balance, and all of that stuff. And so once we have that ratio or those ratios, then you can scale it up and down, right? You know, sort of for a bigger guy, smaller guy, but we would have been able to establish a silhouette, which is proprietarily ours. So that's it. All right, guys, enjoy your weekend. And Prof is gonna get boosted up tonight.